Ottawa is gearing up for the biggest Army run ever. Thousands of residents and out-of-towners will be lacing up on Sunday. Today, they showed up at City Hall to pick up their race kits. And that's where our Omar Debagi Pacheco is tonight. And Omar, it's been a long wait in the rain. It must have been a long wait in the rain for a lot of people.
It was, and in fact, dozens more people are still arriving here. They're in that tent behind me here picking up their race kits. Just gives you a sense of how important this race is to a lot of people. 18,000 participants this year. Many of them have come from across Canada, a lot of them just for this race this weekend. And, speaking to a lot of them, they tell me this race is unique, especially because, in a sense, it's really not about who crosses the finish line first.
Thousands of runners, all here for their own reasons, with their own challenges, and a common goal.
To support the troops and raise money for the injured veterans.
To show our soldiers they mean a lot to us.
People forget that not everybody died over there. There's a lot of people that were injured. And this is a great way to raise money for that cause.
It's a great way for us to show our respect for the guys that are taking care of our country.
At City Hall, a kickoff ceremony and a few words of encouragement from the mayor.
Whether you're a soldier or you know a soldier, you're tough as nails.
The race started 5 years ago with 7,000 participants. This year, 18,000 people are registered, and that makes it the fastest growing running event in Canada.
It's never been about finishing first. Each year, injured soldiers take part, overcoming their challenges, and the general public is there to show their support.
To see the injured soldiers at the beginning of the race, it's very touching, and just see what they do for our country is very nice. Just feel like I've supported them.
Canada's Army commander says he's pumped.
I am hugely excited. I have been involved in all of them, and the energy and the spirit that is generated between our Army, the Canadian Forces, and Canadians is magical.
Proceeds from the event go towards helping injured soldiers and their families recover. Soldiers like Doug Brown. Back and leg injuries have taken running off his list of activities. Post-traumatic stress kept him isolated from friends and colleagues. He says the Soldier On program has helped him cope.
Accepting that this is my new normal. This is who I am, and I can be miserable about it, or I can say, okay, what are my limitations? Good. What are my strengths? Let's work on those.
And for people who want to catch the race this weekend, you'll have to get here early on Sunday morning. The start time for people with injuries is 7:45. The general start time will be 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. Adrian.
It is a tremendous event.
18,000 people took part in today's Canada Army Run, raising more than $250,000 for injured soldiers and military families. It's the fastest growing run in Canada. And as Omar Debagi Pacheco reports, for many of Canada's injured soldiers, the run has become a symbol of recovery.
Enthusiasm in the air is magical.
Captain Christian Miranda is about to push himself through a painful 21-kilometer race. 3 years ago in Afghanistan, an explosion badly damaged his arms and legs, but he's not thinking about his injuries. He's thinking of Corporal Christian Bobbitt and Sapper Mathieu Allard, the two soldiers who paid the ultimate price that day.
And they're off!
They saved my life that day. I think of them all the time. We got to remember them then, give our best shot in everything we do for them, because they won't be there.
Everyone here has their own story and their own challenges.
2 years ago on Canada Day, July 1st, I was walking in Afghanistan and encountered an IED. Yeah, I was amputated 8 inches from the hip, split open the left side of my body.
Their experiences may be unimaginable, but not insurmountable.
It's a battle, right? Got to get up or lay in a bed?
For soldiers and their supporters, that attitude is what this race is really all about.
I'm proud of every single one of them. Every stroke of their wheel, every stroke of their prosthetics, it's incredible for me to watch.
Hand cycles like these are just one piece of equipment that helps injured soldiers get back into sport, but at about $7,000 a piece, they don't come cheap. And this run is one way of raising money for the program that buys that equipment.
Some of the money raised here goes to Soldier On. The program helps injured soldiers reach their athletic ambitions.
Bike riding, I still ride a motorcycle, I still mountain climb, I still rock climb.
For the runners, this race exemplifies one simple idea.
No matter what happens in your life or what you have to go through, if you have that ambition, you can succeed at it and you can do it. You just may have to do it a little different than what the average person would be.
And that is what spectators say makes these athletes extraordinary. Omar Debagi Pacheco, CBC News, Ottawa.